You sit across from them at dinner, and it feels more like you're with a roommate than a partner. When Friday comes, you secretly hope they'll make plans without you, because the thought of 2 whole days together feels heavy. And sometimes you catch yourself daydreaming, not about someone in particular, just anyone who isn't them. Other times it's quieter. They put their arm around you, and instead of warmth, you feel a flicker of irritation. They tell you they love you, and you hesitate before saying it back. Not because you don't care, but because deep down, you don't feel it anymore. That's not passion. That's not peace. That's the quiet voice of settling. Here's what we don't say enough about. Settling doesn't always feel dramatic. Sometimes it looks like loyalty. Sometimes it looks like safety. Sometimes it looks like love. But if deep down you're unhappy, that's not comfort. That's self-abandonment. By the end of this video, you'll know how to tell the difference and have 3 shifts you can make to stop settling for less than what you deserve. So why do we confuse settling with love? Relationships move in seasons. You can't expect fireworks forever. That's normal. But culture told us love should be fire, not warmth. So when things feel steady, we panic. Is this love or am I just bored? And if you grew up in chaos, fighting, inconsistency, intensity, then healthy love feels wrong. Calm can feel dead. Safety can feel suffocating. Sometimes we stay out of fear. Fear of being alone. Fear this is as good as it gets. Fear that walking away means we failed. And so we mistake comfort for connection. We mistake habit for love. We mistake fear for loyalty. Let's walk through 3 ways of looking at this that can change everything. 1. Get clear on what you want early. Settling often begins on the 2nd date, when you knew the spark wasn't there but kept going anyway. By the 6th date, you're in a situationship. By the 20th, you're moving in. And suddenly you've built a life with someone you never really chose. So, before you commit, ask yourself, if this was a job interview, would I actually hire them for the role of partner? If the answer is no, don't sign the contract. And if you're already in it, it's not too late to stop. The earlier you name your truth, the kinder it is for both of you. 2. Learn the difference between calm and dead. Not every relationship should feel like a movie. Some of the best love is quiet, steady, consistent. That's calm. But when silence feels like distance, when peace feels like numbness, when you look at them and feel nothing, that's not calm. That's settling. So here you need to pause and ask yourself, am I uncomfortable because this is healthy but unfamiliar, or because this is truly wrong? If it's healthy, the discomfort will fade as you rewire your expectations. If it's wrong, the dread will only grow louder. And here's the test. Calm feels safe. Settling feels suffocating. 3. Check your core values. This is where true settling shows up. You can love someone deeply, but if your values don't align, you're just buying time. One of you wants kids, the other doesn't. One of you dreams of travel, the other wants to settle. One of you craves ambition, the other just wants comfort. No amount of affection can bridge a life built on different maps. So what do? It's time to have that uncomfortable conversation. Once you've put it out on the table, sit in the silence. See how they respond. Do they lean in or shut down? That reaction is the truth you've been avoiding. So when is it really settling? If you're unhappy more often than you're content. If you dread walking through the door. If you imagine a future without them and feel relief. That's not love. That's fear disguised as comfort. And if that's where you are, leaving isn't cruelty. It's kindness. For both of you. And remember, settling doesn't always look like misery. Sometimes it looks and feels like safety. But safety without joy isn't love. It's survival. So it's time to start saying to yourself, I deserve more than someone who feels like a habit. I deserve a love that feels like breathing, not one that feels like holding my breath. Because the right relationship won't thrill you every second, but it will feel like a place you can exhale. You've been watching The Soft Skills. Like and subscribe for more clarity without the chaos, and softer answers to the hardest questions about love.